We have officially entered an entirely new paradigm. Can you feel it? There is no going back to the old life. There is no going back to the old you, is there? But that's something to celebrate, isn't it? And so that, friends, is a big theme for this month of March 2026 as of filming this. But know that whenever you watch this, this is going to be relevant to you. Such is the law of resonance. But I just want to say, just take a moment, place your hands on your heart with me, and just thank yourself, because you did it, my friend. You fucking made it. How awesome are you? This is a huge turning point, and you can already see it in the collective, the rumblings. The false matrix is crumbling. It is falling apart. And our authentic selves, our souls are being freed. Finally, at long last, we are letting go of these masks that have kept us tethered to these old paradigms, to the heaviness, to the density. And perhaps you're feeling that. Perhaps you're feeling the shift. It is lighter and lighter and lighter every single day. More and more clarity, more and more energy are coming back. So we're going to talk about all of that and so much more, what to expect this month under the current energies, and most importantly, how to work with that in an empowered way. I don't want to make this content and these videos just to talk at you, just for you to passively receive and then forget about it. These videos are transmissions, they're activations of energy, inviting you to take action in alignment with those activations. And now, my friends, now that we are thick in the energy of the fire horse, this is the time to act. Now more than ever before, it is time to act in alignment with your inspirations. But without further ado, before we get into anything else, for those of you who may not know me, my name is Hannah, and I empower you to empower yourself. So today, it is my intention to do that by just kind of getting some information, let's say like an energy forecast, a weather forecast on the energies, on what you might expect this month and how you can work with these energies in a very empowered way to align with your highest timeline, to become your most authentic self, because that's another huge piece of the puzzle this year. It's becoming you, like really actually fully wholly you. And you might not even know fully what that is right now. We keep hiding under these layers of the ego, of the false self. But now it's time to let that emerge through the cracks to an even greater degree than ever before. I can certainly feel it. It's so much clarity. Okay, so we're going to go directly into that. So point number 1 from March 2026 energies is clarity. Maybe you feel that. Maybe you're already feeling it. Maybe you're not feeling it. And just hearing this gets you frustrated because you're like, I don't know where it is. God damn it. People keep talking about this, but where is my clarity? It's still not here. That's okay if you're not feeling it yet. This is the month where it's really going to drop in. And it could be, for some, not really fully manifesting till the end of the month. We're still purging a little bit of stuff. There's just a little bit of rumblings, a little bit more integrating, a little bit more purging for some people. Others are emerging fully now from the chrysalis, from the cocoon, embodying the new self, or rather the true self. This is the you've been all along, but you did not feel safe to fully express. That's what the energies are about now. It's becoming relentlessly authentic with who you really are at a soul level, not who you're telling yourself to be, not the stories, but who you really are. And so clarity is coming in, and this manifests in so many different ways. It could just be like this breath of fresh air in your energy. It's like a feeling, it's intangible. You might not be able to describe it. And for all intents and purposes, you might not have any idea where you're going at a logical level this month still. You might be lost. You might still be in the proverbial fog. However, the clarity is that you just feel clear despite that. You know you're exactly where you're meant to be. And it's not just a logical thing. It's not here just in the mental realm. We're shifting out of that paradigm where we know things, but we don't fully embody them. We don't fully experience them. So we're shifting now. And you are going to feel this sense of just clarity, of peace, knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be, regardless of what's happening. And so kind of a offshoot of this, a natural consequence of this, an effect of this, is that you just feel maybe invincible in some ways. You feel like you're just not affected by anything anymore, whether it's personal drama or collective drama. You look at it and you're like, it's no thing. It's no thing. It's no thing anymore. You just, it's not that you don't care. It's just that you are becoming your higher self. You're literally embodying your higher self now. And as I always talk about in my analogy of life being like a video game, I say that your higher self is like the you outside of the video game. And so that you outside of the video game can see the bigger picture, can see ahead in the game story, it can see the code behind the game, etc., etc. So it has a bigger picture. We are the avatars within the game. So we have a very limited boxed perspective, right? We can't see outside of the game. But that is shifting. That is shifting. We're merging with our higher selves. You're starting to get some clarity on, exactly where you're meant to be. Or rather, you're not knowing where you're meant to be. You're just trusting, you're trusting because you are aligning with the higher self from an embodied perspective rather than a mental realm perspective. And when you are in alignment with that higher self, you don't need to know things up here anymore. You just trust that you're always, always, always in perfect divine alignment. You're always, always, always exactly where you need to be, and everything's unfolding perfectly. And you can see the dramas playing out in your life, how that's serving you. You can see how the drama's playing out in the collective. That's serving all of us. That's serving the collective. You can see, you can sense, you can feel how everything is perfect and it is divine. So I'm curious, you can let me know in the comments if you're feeling this, if you're picking up what I'm putting down here, if this makes sense. I feel this is channeled AF right now. I don't even remember half of what I'm saying. I have no plan today. I'm just channeling straight up. So I'm curious if you can feel that frequency. So point number 2, now that we have this clarity, guess what? It's off to the races. And so point number 2 is that we are officially riding our horses, friends. We are riding the fire horse. So I've described it as, for the year of the fire horse, it's like each of us has our own personal horse that we are riding throughout the year. And there are multiple routes that one can take. We're all going to end up where we need to be by the end of this year. That's the good news, right? The horse is going to get us there one way or the other. But how you get there is going to be entirely based on you and how much you're choosing to surrender, how much you're choosing to trust the process, how much you're willing to co-create with your higher self rather than controlling, yeah? And so if you're able to surrender, you're able to trust, you've been doing this shadow work a long time, you've really mastered mastery, you're going to be riding your horse like completely in this flow state, free, feeling totally free. It's going to be a blast for you. And you may already be feeling this, okay? You may already be feeling this. I'm feeling this now. And so I can say I've put in a lot of prep work for this. Now I'm feeling the ride. It feels so good. However, there's also an alternative path, and this may be something that some of you are already feeling again, because once we hit the year of the fire horse, we hit this energy of riding the horse. And that is that you are being dragged by your horse. So your horse, it's like, hey, I'm going to get you there one way or the other. But if there's resistance, if there's things that aren't serving you, there's still going to be some bumps along the way. You're going to get dragged by the horse. And so what some of you may be experiencing is a complete opposite of what I'm describing right now, what I'm personally experiencing. It could be like an amplification still of drama in your life, of things that aren't serving you. And probably if you're watching this, you're just on the cusp, right? You're just on the cusp of releasing that, letting that go. And so if this is you, take this as your validation. Take this as your green flag. It is safe to let go of these things. It is time. In fact, if you're trying to cling, if you're trying to hold to these things, the horse is just going to make it that much more difficult for you, friend. They're going to make it that much more difficult for you. So might as well just let go and let the ride be fun, because the stuff that's no longer serving us, it's got to go. It's got to go right now. It's got to go right now. If you're still clinging to anything in your life that's not for your highest good this month, it's going to be taken from you, okay? It's going to be taken from you. So let it go. Let it go. I'm literally wearing this Elsa shirt. So I'm thinking of the song Frozen, Let It Go. Just let it go, okay? Sing that song to yourself. Let it be a synchronicity. It's time to just let it all go, because we are literally moving into a completely different paradigm now this year. It's so palpable. It's so tangible. We are really actually stepping into new earth frequencies, new earth energies. Very, very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. So I will leave this point to you. We are on the horses now, friends. We are riding the horse. So do you want it to be a fun, flowy ride, or do you want to get dragged? That choice is entirely up to you. If you feel like you're getting dragged right now, look at your life. Look at your life hard. Look at your life raw and authentic, and ask yourself, what here does not serve me anymore? What here do I know on some level I am done with? And if you feel that you lack the strength to release that thing, like let's say you're in a really codependent sort of relationship and it feels like death, it feels like impossible, you just don't have the strength for whatever reason, maybe you're still tired coming off of these purging, integrating energies, surrender, ask your higher self, ask the universe, God, source, your guides, whoever you want for support, who has your highest good in mind and in heart, ask them to remove this thing for you this month in the gentlest way possible. They just want to see that you're willing to release it, okay? If you just consciously take a moment like, hey, I choose to release this. I am done. They will help you to release it. They will take it away as gently as possible. They may give you some inspired action ideas to act on, to put it into motion. Follow those actions. Point number 3, a thing that we're going to be seeing more and more of. I believe I talked about this in a previous energy update video. I don't know which one it was anymore, because time is getting wonkier and wonkier for me. Maybe that's something you're also experiencing. It might have been last month's energy update. I don't know, but I just know this is an energy we're more and more stepping into, and I can already feel, I see the effects. It's this balancing of the scales, balancing of karma, okay? So this could be happening personally for you, but also you might notice this happening collectively. You might just observe this. So this is basically people that have been unconscious up until now, acting out of a place of fear and unconsciousness and shadow. Up until now, they've been able to get away with that, maybe, and that's no longer the case now. Yeah, this is what's shifting. It's the balancing of the scales. That's no longer permitted. And that goes for you too, because of course we all do this to varying degrees. We all do this to varying degrees. So it's like that is no longer permitted. Instead, if you are someone that you're looking at yourself, you're doing the shadow work, you're taking responsibility for your reality, and you're coming from a place of love, things are going to be so nice. You're finally going to start to see those physical rewards. You know, you're going to see the soul family coming in. You're going to see the divine counterpart coming in. You're going to be in that aligned environment. You're going to have those aligned finances. It's not going to happen like a magic wand, like, and all of a sudden your life is like a fairy tale, but it is going to start coming into fruition this month. And then moving forward throughout the next year or so, it's like bang, 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 bang. I feel by the time we leave the year of the fire horse, it could very much look like a fairy tale for those who have been doing the work and who have relentlessly looked at themselves and relentlessly come back to this center, this place of love again and again and again. Okay, it's time to reap the rewards, time to reap the harvest. And I know in energy we're coming off of, there was a lot of frustration, and certainly I felt this too when I really identified the root of so many of the triggers happening in my life and all the things like leaving my life. It really came down to this frustration that all the work that I put into was not going anywhere. It wasn't paying off. You know, it's like I was only getting a tiny fraction of the return of the investments I was putting in, essentially. And meanwhile, it seemed like, looking around, that others, you know, that were coming from a place of disingenuousness and fear and anger and just these heavier emotions were getting the payoffs and the benefit. And I was like, what gives? What about all of us that have been doing this work? And I know that this has been a frustration for a lot of people on this path. I see it all the time with my friends and my clients and people in the comments on my videos and stuff. Well, this is the time, friends, that the tables are turning. But here is the twist, okay? This is where we take our power back. You're not just a passive listener here anymore. You're being asked to step into the driver's seat of your own life here. Take the bull by the horns. Take the horse by the mane here. So the balancing is happening, but you are the balancing. There isn't someone up here above you that's like, oh yeah, like you get to have balance now. You get to have the rewards now. Good, go you. Like, they have authority over you. Like, they've been withholding it to you. Now they're like, yay, you get to have it all now. You have to decide that for yourself, friend. You have to decide. You have to be fierce in deciding what you are worthy of. You have to decide your worth. Choose your worth, decide it, and then allow yourself to receive that which is a match for your worth, okay? And if you can do that, then you will see tangible results, because this is another thing that we're moving into is quick manifestations. Quick manifestations. So I guess we're moving into the next point number 4, quick manifestations. Time is getting wonky. Like I said, this is a part of the false matrix collapsing, by the way. You know, time has been such a restrictive structure, and it's changing. Our relationship with it is changing. Where we're going, it's not like it's going to completely dissolve. And I don't think we would necessarily want it to, because it does give us some balancing. It's part of this video game of life. However, it's not going to feel as restrictive as it has felt and as it's maybe been feeling lately as we break free from its hold. So it's like we're reclaiming a healthier relationship with time. And know that with time, there is lag. So you could feel in the energy of something, but not see the results right away. And that's okay. That's part of the game. The lag is necessary. However, this month, you might be noticing that there's less and less lag than ever before. And so this could be as quick as like you're feeling like super, super abundant, and you're just like so grateful for everything. And you're like, oh, I feel so abundant. And then you like look down and there's like money on the street, and you grab like a $20 bill off the street. You're like, wow, wow, this is a miracle. It could be that quick. It could be like, I had a situation one time that really woke me up to this. It was crazy. I was like cooking food. I was chopping things up with a knife, and I just had the thought like, oh God, I hope I don't cut myself with the knife. I have to be careful. Guess what happened? 2 seconds later, I cut myself with the knife, exactly as I imagined doing. And that was such a wake-up call, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I created that, and I saw how I created that. I created that. That wasn't some random event that happened to me. I created that. So it's seeing that you are a powerful creator this month, and you're going to see instant manifestation sometimes, quicker manifestation sometimes. And if something isn't manifesting quickly, it does not mean that it's not manifesting, okay? Because remember, time's all wonky. So it's trusting, even if you're not seeing it, that it is manifesting because you said so, okay? Because you said so, and you set the course, and you're a powerful fucking creator. That's the energy we're stepping into, the energy of the powerful fucking creator who cannot be stopped, who gets to have their cake and another cake and another cake and eat all of the cakes and not get sick from it, yeah? Doesn't that sound like fun? Count me in for that. That sounds like a lot of fun. So, in essence, we're detaching from the time matrix this month more than ever before. So point number 5 is that you are an entirely new you. You get to be an entirely new you now. So literally what I'm being shown is to treat this, again, playing off of the game analogy and stuff, treat this like it's the beginning of some fantasy RPG that has like really in-depth character creation. I don't know about y'all, but when I play games like that, I spend like 3 hours on the character creation. Treat it like a D&D campaign where you just create your character. You spend so much time, thought, love creating the character. Do that now. You are being asked to do that now. So we're ending it. This is going to be the last point I talk about, at least in this video. We're ending it with a call to action. The call to action is to create your character this month. Who do you want to be in this new world? Who do you want to be? Really, actually, it might, to some, this might sound so like silly. Like, obviously I know who I want to be. Like, I've been trying to be XYZ my whole life, but maybe that isn't who you really, really wanted to be. Maybe you just convinced yourself that that's who you wanted to be because you didn't believe it was possible to be who you really wanted to be. Is this making sense? I feel like I'm struggling to ground this with a tangible example right now, but I think that's intentional. They say it's an activation. Be activated. Be activated now. Receive this now. So ask yourself this month, if there were no limitations, none, if I could have whatever I wanted and there was no rules, no limitations whatsoever, what would I want? Who would I be? Who would I be with? What would I be doing? How would I be acting? How would I be holding myself? Where would I be? Clarify these things this month. Clarify these things. And if you really want some extra credit, write them down. Write down this new character that you are becoming, and allow this to become an artifact and an anchor for that energy of this new you, this new main character that you get to step into, you get to be. This is an entirely fresh chapter. Become that. Become that now. You get to become that now. No more pretending. No more just like putting on, I'm getting an image of a small child putting on mommy, daddy's clothes. And it's like, it's hilarious because like the coat's too big, the shoes are too big. They can barely move around in it. They've been pretending because that's not their clothes. Yeah. This is you. This is you. They want you to know this is you. You've been trying to wear clothes that are not actually yours. They might be similar to yours. Like in the case of the analogy, it's the parents of the child Parents and children have a lot of similarities. They share a lot of DNA and ancestral themes, etc., but they're still not exactly the same. So get clear on who you are, who you truly, uniquely, authentically are, and wave it like a banner this month. Wave it like a banner. And know that when you do this, when you put down the stake, this is who I am. This is who I am now. This is who I'm stepping into. This is who I'm embodying. You may trigger people. People may get pissed. they may get freaked out. And those people are going to leave your life. And that's good, because those aren't really your people. They're not going to where you're going, friend. Let them go. Remember, this is really the final month that we have of purging. It's not going to be permitted past this month to hold on to that which doesn't serve. So put down that stake of who you are, and let those who are going to grow with you to grow with you, and let those who are not to just go their separate ways. And know there does not have to be any drama here. And know that when you do this, you're making space in your energy for the people that are ready to grow with you now. I really sense, friend, that you have no idea what's in store for you this month and this year and the coming years, the coming decades. Oh, it gets to be so good, so juicy, so good, so good. But you have to let yourself have it first. You have to let yourself have it. And how you let yourself have it is you let yourself be authentically you, even if that means for a moment you trigger someone, even if that means for a moment you have to be alone and you don't know when you're going to be in a relationship again. You don't know when you're going to have friends again. You don't know when you're going to have a job again. Let yourself be in the liminal space and know that in that liminal space, magic happens. In that liminal space, you are making space for the people and the work and the situations that are really actually meant for you. And they're coming, friend. They're coming this year. If you can let them, this is the year. This is the year. So I want to know, do you feel this shift? Whew, it feels so much lighter. Whew, have not felt lightness like this in a couple of years at least. This is feeling really, really good. Curious how it's landing with you, my friend. And know that if you're someone that is struggling, you're struggling under these energies still, and you want a little extra support, feel free to check out my website. I have a bunch of different offerings, courses, and experiences, and I do have some availability in my calendar this month if you want to book a one-to-one session with me, get a little bit more clarity, some channeled guidance. If you want to book a quantum healing session, if there's anything in your energy that's just like, it's very persistent, it's like a knot. I'm seeing like an energetic knot in your energy, and you're just struggling to release it yourself, and you just like some fucking support. I'm here for it, friend. I got you. The dragons and me, we've got you. Yeah, we've got you. But you have to let yourself have it. Yeah, you have to let yourself have it. So if you're feeling that call and you're like, yes, that's for me, it's time, I encourage you to check it out. Check out my website. You can book a session. Follow that feeling. Follow that expansiveness. See where it leads you. Yeah. And know that also, I'll say, pimping this too. So in my private community, the House of the Spirit Dragon, we have some fun things in store this month. We're working with the fairies, which we've never done before. So if you've always been curious about fairy energy, would highly recommend joining us. This Thursday, we're going to be doing that. And then after that, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be working with flowers. And this is through the lens of druidry. So we've communicated with trees and rocks in the house before. Now we're going to learn to talk to flowers. Absolutely crazy stuff. I cannot believe that we're doing this. I never in a million years would have thought that I would be teaching classes on this. But this is where we are, friends. This is the new earth. Welcome to the new earth, friends. So fun. It's so fun. Know that everything has a consciousness, and everything will talk to you if you're open to it, if you will let it, and you will communicate with it. Yeah? So if any of that sounds fun, we would love to have you join us in the house this month. But regardless, friends, know that I'm sending you so much love. Me and the dragons and the fairies, Ryuji, my cat over there, he's laying on the ground. We're all sending you so much love and so much support. Wow, what a truly amazing time to be alive. What a truly amazing time to be alive. And if you doubt that, if you're the mental realm doubts that, I'd encourage you to work with that as a mantra. Really sink into your heart space, sink into that sense of gratitude, and know that it gets to be fun, it gets to be easy, you get to be happy, and your happiness is the best possible thing you can do for the world at large right now. It's the best possible thing you can do for the collective. Your suffering serves no one. It serves no one. The best thing you can do right now is be happy and free and hold that high vibrational new earth frequency so that others may follow in your footsteps. Okay? So let me know if that makes sense, if that resonates, if you have any questions. You can drop them in the comments. And I'm curious to hear where you guys are at on your journeys, how you're handling, how you're working with processing the current energies. So always know we're sending you so much love on your journey, my friend. Asuya tana esi kanara alateya uyana 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 aseyana. Stay powerful.